What do you suggest, or what can they do to become a D1 baseball player?
I think a lot of people have said this before, but I can't remember who exactly it is. They said the key to being great is doing the simple things perfectly, like over and over again. And I think that's a great number one, is that you got to be able to sacrifice your time and effort to do all the stuff that's not fun. You talked about earlier working in a cage, right? So working in a cage, you're working off a tee in a cage
Right.
predominantly. One of the several many things you can do in a cage. When you're working off a tee in a cage, I learned this from Tony Gwynn, one of the greatest hitters we've ever had, and I learned how to utilize the tee correctly with
Mm-hmm.
Tony. And we used to show up 7:30 hour before anybody else got there in spring training, and we would get on the tee and we would go methodically and work our five balls down the middle, five balls outside, five balls inside.
So,
And so each one of them had to be perfect. A backspin, line drive, about shoulder height to head height to the back of the cage or to the side of the cage, right? So those are perfection.
I got
So
you.
anything less than perfection, you had to start over.
Mm.
So if you hit it on the ground, if you topped it in the cage, or if you had a little hook to the line drive, you had to start over. So it seems like just five in a row at each spot is no big deal. No, it's a very big deal. And so if you can do that in 15 or 20, right? Five times five times five, that's
Right.
15 swings if
15
you're
swings.
perfect. But if you can do it within 20, 25, you're a professional. And if you
Mm.
can do it every day of the week, that's the professional mode. So
Wow.
from an offensive standpoint, from a hitting standpoint, if you can do that in less than 20 swings, or not less than 20, in less than 25 swings, you can get 15 perfect balls off the tee. That's doing pretty good. And you got to
Mm.
do that over 6 months of the year, right? You got to do it every day. If it's a game day, you got to get in there early and just get some done. And you don't want to have a whole lot of swings before a game day.
Right.
But in the practice day, you want to maybe you do 2 rounds of five at each
Okay.
spot,
I
right?
got you.
Or maybe 3 rounds of five at each time. But you kind of stick it there. That's number one as far as hitting. Like baseball, people want real things they can touch and feel.
Correct.
Doing the easy stuff perfectly, that's what you do.